Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And right now, there's something very important happening. The FOMC meeting is about to happen in about 2 hours, but most likely from the time that I upload this, about 1.5 hours, which is why it's so important to watch this video as quickly as possible. And don't press, watch for later, watch it right now. And also guys, let me add, if you want these updates even quicker, make sure you join the Telegram or my Twitter. A link for that is going to be down below. And having said that, right now Bitcoin is retesting a very major resistance that's lasted over the last couple of days here. There's a channel that's been forming right now, and you can see exactly what we're retesting. But 21.7 thousand, as you guys most likely do remember from my earlier videos, is a critical resistance that we've had. We had three most important levels: $20,000, 21.7, and 17.7 thousand, and that exactly is what we are retesting right now. So it's basically a double important point, so to speak, right? As a critical resistance in the past, but also right now the top of this descending trend line that we're seeing. This on the short term is bullish, however, as the moment that we do break out, again, I'm going to be pretty excited for Bitcoin all the way towards 22.5 thousand. You can see the resistance on a different scale as well. We had our continuation pattern here, which honestly did look quite bearish, but right now we are retesting the upper barrier of this one again, as obviously it's again $21.7 thousand, but this also would reaffirm a bullish scenario. One other continuation pattern, as we have it right here, is actually the fact that I told you guys yesterday. We're finding a juicy little bounce off of this trend line right here, or basically our resistance turned into support. Nice little rebounds or retest or bounce. And as it currently stands, we're basically continuing to bounce off of that level quite perfectly. But now let's talk about the most important thing, what is about to happen in the next couple of hours. You can see I have a chart here open that showcases a multitude of different things, a couple of bubbles. Why is that? Well guys, in about 1.5 hours from the time you're watching this video, most likely, if I get to upload this as quickly as possible, I'm going to try my best. The FOMC meeting is going to conclude at least something, all right? It's going to start, all right? You can see here, tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. ET, Chair Powell will host live FOMC press conference, and I'm not sure exactly at what point in the meeting they're going to let go of the interest rate numbers. I'm not sure if it's going to be 10 minutes in or 15 minutes in or 20 minutes in or maybe 1 minute in. We'll have to see about that, but calculate for yourself exactly what time it is for you. It's about 1.5 hours from now, though. Over in Amsterdam, it's 8:30, I believe. So for me, over in Greece, there's going to be 9:30. In just a little bit. I cannot press pause anymore, guys, so we're gonna have to do it in one take, I guess. I wanted to also say here, but I wanted to just quickly switch the tab, that I honestly recommend you guys to also go ahead and check out what exactly interest rates are / how they work. Extremely important, because what's now going to change is they're going to be releasing the interest rate numbers. Let me quickly see where it is. Right here. You can see basically Fed meeting today, live. Investors expect 0.75 percentage point interest rate hike. What's going to happen right now is most likely either 0.75 or 1% interest rate hike. You can see here from the past, we've not really had that big of an increase ever, really. Again, it's been 40 years since we've had that. But also, this is going to launch our interest rate numbers above the levels we have seen back in, I guess, the 2010s or so. Right? We're going to go all the way back to what we saw in the 2000s, basically, as right now the number is going to instantly jump from 1.75 to 2.5 or 2.75, which is a drastic change, which the consequences we're going to see quite a lot later. And if you don't know what the consequences are, again, guys, I honestly recommend you guys to check out this article right here over on Forbes. But as I described it before, there's a very big decrease in the amount of money that people spend because they get more for saving. And there's also a lot less investment that people place. This is like a standard thing you learn in, I think, macroeconomics or microeconomics. I don't remember exactly what the difference is anymore. It's been a little while ago. It's been a little while ago. Which one's macro, which one's micro, I don't remember. But I digress. What I recommend you guys do is check that out, because what I did say now is how it does work. People tend to consume a lot less. They tend to extend it into the future and wait for it. And also, companies tend to go for a little bit less investment on the short term because, again, it is becoming more expensive to borrow money. The cost of capital in that sense goes up. Again, we have it the 26th, 27th right now, 27th being the date of the announcement. But we've also had it in the past, obviously. And one thing you might wonder is, how did they perform? I actually explained this to you guys yesterday, but I want to come back on it now. We have June 14th, 15th, May 3rd, 4th, and March 15th, 16th. We have more dates, but these are the ones that I decided to look up real quick. Let's do 14th, 15th of June, all right, as a first. June 14th, we had a dump. June 15th, pump, all right? It ended up on a green note. Okay, let's see it again. May 3rd and 4th, okay. May 3rd is right here, negative day. May 4th, big pump. Okay, let's see the next one. March 15, 16, let's check it out. March 15, 16, we got ourselves March 15, dump. March 16, pump. All right. Let's see January 25 and January 26. I didn't actually look this up before. Let's quickly check it out. January 25. Ooh, this is actually the only contrary one. A very big, I guess no, not very big, a pump that day, and a very big volatile candle on the 26th. That was one of the more interesting ones. Huh. That's actually very interesting how that performed. I'm not so sure what numbers were announced at that point, though, because I'm guessing it is only from maybe May or maybe June that they actually started to go for these really, really crazy numbers. I don't remember. I know June for a fact. I don't remember what exactly they did in terms of percentage in May. But yeah, what I wanted to say about what is going to happen now is if it's 0.75, we are expecting a bullish result for Bitcoin, or basically the continuation. If it's if it's 1, I'm expecting a little bit more bearish for Bitcoin. Reason being, if it's 1, the entire market usually kind of collapses a little bit because of the fear of a recession. If you guys don't understand, as I said before, the lower they keep this number, the more inflation is going to keep soaring because they're not combating all the extra spending, all the production, everything enough. If they go for a higher number, they're overdoing it potentially. This is just a difference in people's opinion. And so by overdoing it, well, what you logically speaking get is that that there's such a decrease in how much people want to spend, such a decrease in investment, such a decrease over time in production, that again, everything just collapses too hard, they find, because it's too heavy or drastic of a measure. And that's when you get into a recession, so to speak. And since, well, Bitcoin kind of stands aside for everything, we just kind of got to think about it this way. If the entire stock market crashes, most likely people will also be fearful of Bitcoin and whatnot, because that's what we've seen in the past. If, however, history repeats itself and we get the nice numbers, so to speak, most likely Bitcoin will continue to pump, as it's done so a couple of times in the near past. And I'm honestly just bullish on Bitcoin, specifically for this 21.7K. Free break, guys, I'm getting very freaking excited, and I'll share some more updates over in my Telegram. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. Right now, I'm very bullish. Let's quickly check out XRP just for fun's sake. XRP. Okay, for XP, we have a little bit of room to go before it's going to hit its major resistance at 34.5-ish cents or so. We're going to see how that's going to play out in the short term as well. Yeah, but I'm honestly thinking if Bitcoin is going to pump, XRP will most likely just follow along and pump as well. And a little fun fact, Ethereum finally broke its $1,500 barrier again. As we said before, Ethereum plays ping pong between these two levels, and that's exactly what it's doing right now again. Right now, it's doing it yet again. It's actually 3 levels, by the way. We have a 2018 market high, a 2017, I think, market high, and then another market high at some point. These are the 3 most important levels for ETH, and we're playing ping pong right now. We dipped back in, nice little retest. Right now, it's bouncing back up. Ethereum first target is also $1,700. Things are looking good right now, guys.